Hey everyone, welcome to the Not a Lonely Coffee Break podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Meaghan. We're podcasts about coffee and work. Make it queer.
Meaghan.
Yes.
Today's episode is going to be so much fun because this is the last episode of season 1 that I know our listeners are probably like,
What the
season 1
hell?
has dragged out for like 800 episodes, 800
Yeah.
years. But, there's not like I don't think there's like an etiquette on how many episodes a season of a podcast can have because I've seen some that like they don't have seasons, they just release episodes
Mm-hmm.
consecutively. And then other people do have breaks. So
Mm-hmm.
for us, we just felt like this was a good point to sort of close this chapter and start chapter 2. So we will be taking a little hiatus, which means today is our PTO episode because we're getting ready for a good PTO.
Yeah. So this episode's going to be a little bit more fun. PTO, paid time off, but
Is
minus
it
pay.
really?
But yeah, I mean, Maddie and I like to work. But no, we're going to just be a little bit more flexible in this episode, but we just wanted to kind of share and let's talk about a little bit about what we do on the vacations. So, Maddie, what did you do this past Thanksgiving?
Well, first of all, a good PTO day, it doesn't always have to revolve around holidays. Although
That's
I know
true.
a lot of people will sometimes, especially if you only get so many, they will sometimes stack them to try to use them around the holidays because not everybody is like, there's not like that built in time that you get off, right? So I actually did work the first part of the
Mhm.
week, even though my spouse was off, my wife was off the whole week. I actually worked pretty solid Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday was kind of like sporadic because we were getting ready for the family festivities. And then yeah, I've been kind of cleaning my house like a wild person because and like getting it like spotless and perfect because I don't know, sometimes when you're in seasons where you're going to be hanging out with families, I feel like everyone is judging me by the condition of my house.
They're going to be looking underneath your couch.
I
They're
know
going to be
they
checking your
are. They are.
baseboards,
Everywhere. The windows, is there a
the
smudge?
window
So,
seals.
in preparation, we didn't spend any sort of holidays with my family, which is pretty common, but I haven't seen my parents in a hot minute. And so my mom is actually coming in for a week
Mm.
to hang out with us and spend time with us. And so, yeah, I've been like cleaning the house like a wild person. Because it's a bit overwhelming to have any family member stay with you for an extended period of time.
Absolutely.
But then, yeah, I like to have a clean house when I have guests over. So that's how I've spent my time.
Well, please tell me you've done anything fun, like watch a movie, hung out with friends. Come on.
Okay, yeah, no, I did. We actually did a lot of fun stuff. So I think in the last episode I shared with you, my wife and I celebrated our wedding anniversary. Actually the week of Thanksgiving, and so a while back she had like jokingly told me she wanted to do something called a nostalgia date, and then she like giggled at, it, and I was like, "What is a nostalgia date? Like, what does that even mean?" And she was like, "Well, like going to like one of those old like restaurants that we went to when we were kids that like has a buffet or whatever." And I was like, oh, "Okay, yeah, whatever." Well, so I was inspired by that and I created like a whole day of nostalgia, but it was loosely nostalgia. It was more like nostalgia of things that we enjoy doing together. So like we went and had brunch together because we really like to go brunch it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we actually hung out in the Bishop Arts area, which actually worked out. We went down there for bookshops because they have a lot of bookshops down there. Shout out to Who's Books and Blush, both bookshops really close to each other. They had a decent queer selection of books.
Cool.
So we got us some queer books. And then we just kind of went around and walked around Bishop Arts because, it was small Saturday. So it worked out. We went into some little shops, just hung out together, but it was filled with things that we enjoy doing together.
That's
And
really
we
cute.
had a really great anniversary day. So it was 9
Mm.
years
Wow.
of us being married.
That's amazing.
Um yeah, so we did that. That was really fun. We enjoyed just hanging out together. But then before I tell you the other exciting thing, Megan. Why don't you tell me what you did
Oh,
for
loudy.
your holiday?
I saw my family. I don't get to see my family very often, but when I went, I was like, what is this place? It was chaotic. There's kids everywhere. There's noise. I think even at one point, someone's eye, like their iWatch or whatever, was like, it's too loud in here.
What?
And I was so overstimulated the entire time because it's just me and my spouse in my
Mhm.
house, y'all. I don't have kids, none of
Yeah.
that. So I I am a I like to do a lot of fun stuff and I'm a quick pace moving person, but when I went to go hang out with him, it was wild. I had a lot
Yeah.
of fun though. Kids are getting older, so I'm feeling much older. But it just kind of made me think like, vacations really never go to plan
Oh
because
my
I'm
god,
like
no.
day 1, eat, day 2, sleep, and it's like no, it was a lot of running
Mhm.
around. Um just trying to keep up with everybody's activities and stuff. So it actually wasn't
Mhm.
too restful. But I had a lot of fun. It was good to see everybody. Nice to get that social time. I think when we get tied into work for too long, we forget like the people around us out of sight, out of mind sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just ready to do the second holiday. I'm already ready for the weekend, to be completely honest.
No, same, same. No, yeah, absolutely. PTOs, vacations, planned time off never goes according to plan. Even on, like, days where you're like, "I'm just gonna take a day for, like, a mental health day." And you're like, "I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this." There's always something that else that comes up that creates stress, and you're like, "I should have just gone to work. I
Yeah.
should have just gone."
I don't know what
The
I'm doing.
building burned down without me. My boss got hit by a truck. Like, it never goes according to plan, and so sometimes I feel like I just need a vacation from my vacation.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that what I'm going to start trying to do, especially because we get into the holidays, like there's a lot of stuff happening. There's holiday parties, there's people and whatever. I'm going to have to schedule in. I'm trying to get really good about scheduling time in my calendar. So 1 hour, just making time.
Mhm.
No social media, no spouse, no friends, just Megan. We'll see how it goes,
Mhm.
guys. I'll give you a
I love that. No, I think it's good,
further update.
especially when there is, like, back-to-back kind of stuff where you're, like, traveling or having to do things. It's like, what are you doing just for yourself? I like that. I like that.
Hmm.
So, I have to tell you, Megan, I finally watched over the break, I finally watched K-pop Demon Hunters.
OMG. You're only like
Finally.
6 months
I know,
behind.
I'm, like, 800 years behind everybody else, but, I don't like to follow the trend. I just go with the flow.
That's really funny coming from you.
I know, because 'cause I'm so trendy.
Yeah. Well, you're always on in touch with what's going on.
I
What
like to follow the trends, that doesn't mean I like to do the trend.
that's fair,
Because
that's
I
fair.
do have a TikTok, but I don't post anything, I just watch.
Silently from the corner. No,
Yes,
I
I'm
was
the creeper in the corner that's like, "What is that trend?"
yeah, I'm so glad you watched that because there was plenty of times I was like, "Hey, Maddie, did you listen to this song?" I'm like, because I will listen to that album front
Oh my
to
god.
back
The music
multiple
is
times.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So I had heard some of the music prior to watching the show because I think I had said in a previous episode, my godkids are like obsessed with it. And so when we had them a little bit over the summer, they were like wanting to listen to it nonstop. So I was familiar with some of the music, but I didn't have context for like the story or anything, just like what they had told me in little kid
Mhm.
explanations. And my wife had, like, kind of given me the gist of the movie, but I do feel like you have to see it to really understand. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there were still some things that I was like, my kid brain might have been like, "This is okay," but my adult brain is like, "Wait, what just happened?"
Yeah.
It didn't, but it was a great story, I loved it, and because I actually really liked it too because my godkids are Asian.
Mm.
They're, like, mixed.
Mhm.
It was nice. It's so cool to see something that they are excited about that also is, like, a representation of them. Now they are not Korean, but it's still kind of a depiction of someone that looks somewhat like them
Mhm.
in a positive way.
Yeah. No, I
And,
think
like, so they're seeing it all over their screens, everything. So I thought that was really cool too.
yeah, I think I just really enjoyed like it just sometimes when you see like female heroines in a show, like there's always that love interest. And it does have a love interest in the story, okay? But I don't know, it was cute. I'll
Yeah.
accept it. Also, he spoilers. I'm gonna hopefully nobody's hopefully we're not spoiling anybody. But I think that, like, they still get to keep the sisterly bond. She
Mhm.
learned something about herself. They all learned something about each other. The guy obviously figured out that he's a garbage can, but it all turned out really well for the girl. Like, it was just a
Mhm.
nice, strong heroine movie, and it was very frenzy sisterly too.
But
I
yeah,
haven't seen
for
a good
sure.
movie like that in quite a while.
For sure. And I actually so when it was explained to me, it was explained to me that, like, there was, like, a love interest or whatever. I didn't really see that. Yes, they had, like, this special bond of
Bond.
closeness and, like, intimacy, but I didn't necessarily see it as, like, they were in love with each other. I just saw it that, like, they had this strong emotional connection.
Because
I
they don't
mean,
really
could it
kiss, do they?
No,
They
they
don't?
don't, and they even they have, like, the one, like, ballad lovey song,
Right.
but it's not really a love song, it's just about having that close bond with someone who sees you and accepts you for who you are.
Ah,
That's how
yes.
I saw it at
No,
least.
that's really
I
good
didn't
because me, I'm like,
I didn't necessarily see it as, like, they're in love.
yeah. No, that makes a lot of good sense. It's more wholesome.
Yeah,
That's his
yeah.
retribution.
Okay, but Megan,
What?
once I saw it, I, of course, listened to the music again, like, with a fresh perspective, but also, have you heard anything about the girls that actually do the singing voices and actually sing the songs?
I don't know a whole bunch about them, but they seem to be really talented and they're around a lot.
I think that they might actually be the characters in real life. Like, their story is so, like, wow. So the girl that sings Rumi,
Hmm.
the main girl, she wrote all the songs. She
Really?
co-wrote all the songs with the dude, yeah. Yeah, so she
Wow.
wrote all the songs for the movie, and then they just, like, asked her to sing it. Like, "Hey, since you already know all the songs, can you just voice
That's a
sing?"
dream come true. That's so
But
cool.
anyone who's familiar with I feel like this kind of fits in with the theme of our show a little bit. So who's familiar with some of the, um, like, Asian cultures, so, like, Korea, I know Thailand is big in this as well. When they create groups, it's like a whole thing. There's, like, an academy that they go to, and basically so, like, in Korea, in context of this, you're basically like a K-pop trainee. So,
Huh.
like, you're training until the managing company decides that you are ready to debut. So she was a K-pop trainee for years.
Wow.
And she wasn't getting anything. She went off to college in America because I think she's mixed. I think all 3 of the girls are actually mixed. So
Okay.
they're all, like, Korean American.
Hmm.
So she went to America for college, and in that time frame, she wasn't legally allowed to, like, sign with anything, perform anything because of her contract with this K-pop company. And then after she graduated, they dropped her. They said that you're not K-pop material. We're not gonna debut you. And she's, like, ready to debut this whole
Yeah.
time. She's waiting, she's
Hmm.
in the background, and she was, like, watching all these other people get paired up in groups, all of this. So she took a back seat and started songwriting for K-pop groups. So she's got a
Hmm.
bunch of hits outside of this that she's written for other K-pop groups. And then but she, like, never thought that that was something for her, but she always wanted to be a K-pop, like,
Wow.
idol.
Yeah.
That was what she dreamed of.
Mm.
And so somehow this movie landed in her lap in the early stages of, like, writing the music for it and the songs for it, and it just morphed into this, and now it's, like, full circle moment of, "Girl, you a K-pop idol, alright." But apparently the other 2 girls have similar stories of, like, they weren't deemed good enough to be
Hmm.
part of the traditional sort of K-pop route.
Hmm.
And so they have found other avenues, but then they've all come together to so I feel like they might be their characters in real life.
Yeah. That's
And, like,
amazing.
persevering through it together to be their authentic selves of K-pop
Oh,
idols.
yeah, that is really cool. And then also considering, I think they're like a worldwide sensation now, right? Like, I feel, is it international?
Yep.
Yeah, like it's an
Yeah, it's
international thing.
international, yeah, it's
Yeah, like
international. They
they probably got more popular through this route than they would have been, like, maybe if they would have brought up
yeah,
locally in Korea. You never know. That's
that
fun.
I guess, like, the main song, the theme song
Mhm.
is it's, like, broken all these records that they're, like, the first female group to achieve a song in, like, the top
Oh,
whatever on Billboard, and they even surpassed, like, Destiny's Child
wow. Yeah, I did see
and
they
where
got
it
a
landed.
platinum record.
Yeah, it went platinum,
That's amazing.
so
What a cool little thing.
'cause I was watching something and I was like, "Hmm, interesting, what's going on with them?" So I, of course, did a deep dive because you know me, I like to research things. And I was like, how have we never heard of these girls before? If they can sing this great, like, how are they not part of an already successful K-pop?"
Uh-huh.
And yeah, that's what I discovered
That's really
about
neat.
so yeah, I think that they low key are these hunters in real
Yeah,
life.
they're Huntrix. No, and then also, I don't know, they just kept going at it and they got the
I
opportunity to
know.
do it. I mean, I bet that was quite
Never
surprising.
give up.
Never give up. That is the theme.
Never give up. That's the theme of their
Don't take a
journey.
vacation. Get to work.
Forget about PTO.
No, I love my PTO and I'm so excited to get a little bit of rest. Even though we're going to be off the show, I still think about the show and the things going on. So,
Megan and I
really-
are always thinking about the show.
I know it's a constant.
We're always texting each other. And
It
then
really
I have to
is.
remember, like, did we talk about it on the show or did I just text Megan this information?
Can I use this content or not?
Yeah. Have we already done this bit?
So, yeah, I mean, I'm just really looking forward to the new year. The new year is honestly my most favorite holiday of the year because you kind of
Mhm.
just well, just forget the last year, forget all the bad things, think about all the good things.
Mhm.
I know last year around this time we talked a lot about like New Year's resolutions and all that stuff. I'm gonna have to do something like what y'all did with like your mood board for 2026.
Oh yeah, we did like a bingo. It was a bingo card. So like
Um,
we created um like all these things that we wanted to do. It was kind of like a vision board, but it was all these things that we wanted to do. Some of them were resolution-y, but others it was just kind of like goals that we had. And you put it on a bingo board, and then whenever you do that thing, you check it off. And then, you have to decide what your little prizes will be when you achieve a
mm.
bingo. And like those are like the small little rewards. So it could be that you're gonna buy yourself something, you're gonna do this, whatever it was. So everyone's was different. I forget what ours were, but
You didn't use them till the end of the year? What the heck?
no, we didn't. We didn't.
Well, we'll try again.
We'll try again. It was a good idea. We liked it
It's
in the
a cute little
moment.
activity, a fun, like, maybe New
It was a
Year's
it
Day
was a fun
activity.
activity, but yeah, you gotta be consistent with it because it lasted maybe like 2 weeks.
Oh, no. I couldn't even get through January. Oh, no. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to buckle down
Things
for
just get
2026, I think,
I
so,
know. I think things just get like so like busy.
yeah.
So, you've gotta find something that, like, you can commit to that seems realistic and easy for you.
Easy goals, yes.
Easy goals, maybe things that you're, like, already doing,
Mhm.
that you just wanna continue to do.
I'll have to start working on mine.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to start thinking about what I want my 2026 goals to be because I feel like I just get so busy. This is my favorite time of year. I love this time of year because I do like, decorating for the holidays.
Mhm.
Love it. I am a little I may have to do it like, tomorrow or the next day. The weather has been so iffy that I haven't done my outdoor decorations yet,
Mm.
but I feel like if I put it off much longer, they're not gonna get done.
Yeah. Yeah, you better do it because then it's just you're gonna be like, "Oh, it's halfway through the month, I'm not gonna do it."
I know, but, like, with the rain that we've had and all that,
Yeah.
I just haven't wanted to go out and mess with it.
Yeah. Just put the wreath on the door. That's good enough. That's what I'm gonna
No,
do.
I do. I have lights. I have, like, a whole thing that
Oh,
I do.
wow.
and
Cute.
it takes me honestly, it takes me a solid half a day
Oof.
because I have to, like, string them up just right because I only have, like, 1 outlet that's outdoors.
Mm,
So I have to string them up in a way that I'm not, like, blowing fuses or anything.
that's hilarious. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
get those year-round lights eventually. I'll get too into the spirit. I'm not very much of a decorator. I probably do it, like, once every few years, so I think this is the year I
Mhm.
do it. I'll
Do you
do
have a
it
tree?
eventually. I do have a tree, it's a little three-footer, so it looks really, really cute in the corner.
Aw.
I sometimes have to put it on the table. So, but yeah, that's and I have my 3D printer, so I was thinking about printing out some ornaments. We'll see how that
Aw, how cute.
goes. Yeah, if I will post them if I get them looking nice.
Oh my gosh, I was thinking about your 3D printer the other day because my car is ancient. I've been driving it for years, many, many, many years, and it's entering its
Oh,
final life stages.
rip.
I'm literally just like I'm like, "We gotta fix it up so it can pass inspection and I can drive from point A to point B." Well, one of the things that we discovered while we were changing out some of the parts or whatever was my cup holder had broken, and so we ordered a new one and we were just gonna, like, pop it in. When they sent it to us, it was printed on a 3D printer, and I was like, "Why did I pay all this money for it? I coulda just told Megan the dimensions and had her do it because
Yeah,
she has a 3D printer."
we've definitely done that. We have printed out car parts before. It's pretty dope, not gonna lie. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'll
you
keep
can
that in mind
mhm,
for next
mhm,
time.
mhm. But I need the file. I'm not that good, y'all. I'm not an artist, alright? But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, that's yeah, so next time, just reach out to me.
I will.
Listeners, send us a DM. We'll see how that
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah. Megan's side hustle,
It's my side hustle, the 3D printer.
3 3D printing. Okay, so Megan, since this is our last episode of the season, we kinda did this at what we deemed the midpoint,
Mhm.
of the show, but, let's recap perhaps some of our favorite moments that we have had, over the course of these 800 years.
Of our first season.
Of our first season.
Woo!
Do you have a particular favorite episode
I
that stands
definitely
out to you?
I have a couple favorites, a couple. I'll never forget the chat we had with Kendria. I was so lit the whole time. I just wanted to, like, put her brain in my brain.
She's fantastic.
I really love it. So if y'all go back to that episode talking about conflict, I'm always ready to break up a fight. I don't like fighting. So I really love talking to her. And then our tarot card reading was really cute.
Oh my
I
gosh,
really
yes,
enjoyed that.
that was so fun.
Mhm.
Logan is gonna have to come on the show again,
Yes.
for sure.
And then I have to give a shout out to my friends Talak and Shannon for coming on the show. Just with like the precarious times, just seeing someone so them being so brave and courageous and coming out and just hearing all the stuff they do. I just really love that. It just makes me
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah. Well, and just shout out to Talak. It was a great episode, but also they were our first guest
They were
ever
first.
on the
Yes.
show. And
Yes.
to this day, it actually is one of our top episodes that you guys, our listeners, continue to listen and support. So if you missed that episode, we'll make sure to link it at the end of this for you guys on YouTube.
You're a star.
So make sure you go check out that episode or any of the episodes that Megan mentioned because they're all wonderful.
All the episodes, just listen to all of them. But Maddie,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
yours?
yeah. I think each episode is near and dear to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
Good answer.
I I do really um like the small little series that we did where we went in depth on some of our historical figures
Yeah.
that helped shape some of the queer activism and even some of the fights for equality
Mhm.
that happened early on. I thought those episodes were really fun,
They were.
and I enjoyed even the prep work that went into them of, like, researching these people, figuring out who we were gonna talk about. So, I really like those, and I also really liked, I mean, shout out to all of our guests.
Of
You
course.
all were wonderful,
Beautiful.
but I gotta shout out my friend Chelsea, who joined us and shared
Mhm.
their story, and being brave with sharing their sort of professional perspective as being non-binary in various professional spaces.
Mhm.
And then also just a really fun episode we had with Alyssa from Do Good Books,
Oh, yeah?
and the perspective she was able to share from her previous experience as being an HR person, like, that's a perspective Megan and I we just don't have
Mm-mm.
because we've never been in those roles, and so it was really great to chat with her more about that. Just all of the episodes where we had a guest, they were also so much fun.
Yeah, honestly, we've just learned so much, and I'm just, I'm grateful for all of it because it's helped my perspective. One from
Mhm.
just, because you serve different roles and things like that. But there's just so much out there. There's so much diversity and different types of workplaces, and I think it just makes me feel a little bit more, I guess, relieved that not every workplace has to be crappy, right? Like
Yeah,
it really
yeah.
doesn't have to be. So
Mhm.
you can find a happy middle and find what works best for you. It's really so hopefully that's what y'all are getting out of this.
No, yeah. I think season 1 really helped capture, even though we didn't talk about it the whole time, I do feel like it captured some of our healing journey, Megan, of dealing with a crappy workplace,
Yep.
which, I can't speak for you, but I know for me, like, that's something that it changed my life. It changed my outlook on things, and I'm always gonna be, I think, in the healing process of that
Yeah.
because there's just the wounds go so deep.
Yeah.
But I do feel like we together we're navigating some of those tough conversations that we didn't know how to have at that time, so that hopefully in the future, if we or someone else experiences
Mhm.
them, we'll be better equipped, I think. Because I think that was part of the issue too, was that we didn't know what to do.
Right. Yeah. We were definitely lost. And it's not like you can talk to people in your colleagues and stuff. I mean, you could, but it's just like it spreads and then it becomes gossip and it's just
Yeah,
like it definitely was an isolating time, but I am thankful we had each other.
I
We really
know,
did.
and
I mean, that it would have been awful.
I know. Well, and if you had told me then, even, like, thinking back to, like, my first day at that job, if you had told me then that you and I would be here now doing
Hmm.
this, I would have been like, "What?
That weird girl on the second floor?
That sounds like too much work."
Yeah. You're like, no, thank you.
And even when we were in, like, the worst part of it, I still would have been like, "No, we are not gonna do a podcast where we talk about this."
Yeah. It would have been it. Yeah. Seriously, we have definitely
Mhm.
done a whole, a whole flip, a few
Mhm.
flips. Some,
Mhm.
yeah. So, yeah, it is wild that we have gotten here, but I am beyond excited for what's coming next, honestly.
I know. I know.
And we've just become such good friends. And now we have
I
all our good friends, all our
know.
listeners.
I
And I think
know.
that's why, we really wanted to do this PTO podcast. It
Mhm,
is in the middle of the holiday season. And yes, we're not trying to talk about work, but like you're not alone, right? We all come, well,
mhm,
me and Maddie will always be on that level with you that, especially during this time, things get wild. It can be a lonely time. But with us,
mhm,
you're not alone. And especially if it's time to reach out, if you feel like it's,
mhm.
getting rough out there, especially during this time of the year, please reach out to us. I'm not a mental health professional. She is. Maddie is. But we can find you resources, right? And just know that like that's what we're here for, right? We're here to
Yeah.
be that listening ear, or hopefully you listen to us and we're just going to be talking.
But that's a great segue into the fact that I am out of coffee.
Yes, I
Wah,
agree.
wah. So that is our cue to wrap up. But during this hiatus, Megan and I will still be around. We just won't be having any new episodes. So maybe use that time to catch up on episodes you might have missed. Make sure that you connect with us on social media if you're not already connected with us. And if you are maybe going through that lonely patch, and you're just looking for someone to have a little coffee chat with, send us a little DM on social media. We are not your therapists. Um, we will not be providing you any kind of mental health treatment. If things are getting to that point, definitely there are resources out there that you can explore, like 988, the Trevor Project. But if you're just looking for someone to chat with and talk to, feel free to reach out to us. Consider us your chosen family because we love you all. And we will chat with you, even if you just want to tell us how much you love the show. If you hate the show, don't bother reaching out to us on DM. We're not looking for that kind of negative
Nah,
feedback.
I'm cool.
Just
I
stop
can do
listening
that
to
myself.
us.
Thank you.
Just stop listening to us. Find another show.
It's not a big deal.
But yeah, if you just want to connect with us, feel free to do that. You can find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Threads, Patreon, and then of course you can always check out the show on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. So be sure you're connected with us on social media. And I think that's about all we have.
It's
What
a
else do we
wrap.
have, Megan?
No, it's a
That's a wrap.
wrap. It's a
That's a
wrap
wrap.
on season 1. Thank
Season.
you for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys for always tuning in and listening to Not a Lonely Coffee Break. We are your hosts. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Meaghan.
And to end season 1, say
Cheers,
cheers,
queers.
queers.